Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today we're going to be talking about Total War. It's been a while, but yesterday I kind of felt a little bit inspired and, may I say, possibly hopeful. You see, before we wait for Thrones of Decay, we need to look towards the update for Shadows of Change. This is something that we are expecting in February unless something changes and Creative Assembly decide to push it back. We've all seen leaks and stuff happening, which I do think that a lot of those leaks are for the far future. The Tigermen, for example, I don't expect to see in Shadows of Change. I expect to see that with either Ind or Li Dao the Fire Dragon. It's important to note here that Creative Assembly actually record voice lines way in advance and stuff like mocap, because this was deep into Warhammer 2, by the way, there was already a leak for a corn demon. So yeah, it's very early back. But why exactly am I feeling a little bit hopeful now? Well, it actually has something to do with Pharaoh. So you might be aware now that the High Tide update was just announced. This is a free DLC, a complete basic race pack for the Sea Peoples, and you're going to get 2 legendary characters, 37 new units, including the return of dismountable units. It's just the chariots as far as I'm aware, but still something. And a bunch of mechanics, which, yeah, I mean, they look pretty interesting. Pharaoh is not my type of game, but it's nice to see that the people who are still playing it, or the people who have been holding out, will be able to get a massive introduction to the game with a brand new race pack, well, culture pack, and it's completely free. Now, why is this actually important? Well, this is something that Creative Assembly would have charged a decent amount of money for, considering that it's a new roster. We don't know how many of the old stuff from the original Sea People stuff is going to be in there, but yeah, new roster, new characters, mocap, and all that usual stuff for a new introduction. So, if they're putting this for free, they realized that they really shit the bed when it came to the last few months. I was saying a while back that I was hoping that we'll see some sort of redemption arc, and while this isn't really something that is too important to myself or you guys, as you're mostly Warhammer players, this is a good start. It does seem like Creative Assembly have realized that yes, we are the ones that put the money in the bank. We want to buy stuff, we do. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I am more than happy to support Creative Assembly as long as the product that is being sold to us is worth basically what it's supposed to be. I don't want to have another Shadows of Change situation where DLC that was worth around 15 euros ends up costing 25. Overall, the update for Pharaoh looks fairly decent from what I've been able to read, and that can be found in the description below if you want to check it out. But let's talk about Warhammer 3. If you look through some old videos that I did, I speculated that maybe Creative Assembly have learnt from their mistake and are going to give us a really hefty update, something which is going to justify the fact that the Lord prices are now going to cost the same as race packs. My speculation went into new Lord and Hero variants, some spellcasting stuff like obviously the Lore of Hags, and a bunch of new units. While I don't think it's going to be 100% like my video, because I very much doubt it, I do imagine that it's going to be fairly close. It could be possible that we'll see a bunch of unit variants, but also some unique things. I've said it once and I've said it before, if they're going to make the price the same as a race pack, it needs to include as much content as a race pack. And yeah, call it hopium or copium, but I have reason to believe that this is going to be the case. Between some rumors that I've been hearing every now and then, which we might talk about in another video, and just in general, Creative Assembly seem to have been buckling down and just working, which is a good thing, obviously. Now, I'm not saying to completely forgive or forget. This is something that we have to wait and see, but I'd say I'm cautiously optimistic, and I think that this could potentially be quite good for us. I think the main thing is we need to keep our eyes open and see how the reception goes with the Pharaoh update. While a lot of people aren't really playing that game, there are people who will post on the Reddit and so on. If they're fairly positive, then that could look good for us in the future. Time will tell, of course, but they did say that we wouldn't get any Warhammer news until after this update, and I believe the release for this is near the end of January? Yep, I've just checked. That is January 25th. So that will be a good way to keep our eyes open. If this release goes well, then we should probably start looking a little bit more optimistically for Warhammer 3. I'm still playing Warhammer 3. Obviously, the Araby mod is insane, and it's so good on the Old World campaign mod too. But yeah, I think it's about time that we started hearing about some official stuff, as many of us are a little bit, anxious to see what is coming. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I have been a little bit away from Total War, but that's obviously because I've been painting like a madman. The battle reports are coming soon, and don't you worry, I've got some fun plans for Total War stuff come next week when things finally relax a bit. But yep, have a good day, guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon. This might be the only video for today also, because I'm just so swamped.